Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. It's May 28th. We're going to review 0-day options on SPY and this small account challenge. Oh, what a grind. The put to call ratio right now, I just saw was like insanely high on puts. And so this is what happens. We just get a rally when that happens. Grind up. This huge rip was news, but just this slow melt up just to burn the puts. And until that ratio flips, we're not going to get any downside. We're just going to get market makers burning all of the theta off those puts. Once they expire, then we'll get our move. Typically, unless there's a catalyst, I guess. This is DJ's chart on Eric's Discord, which is linked in the description below. Here's a 5-day. This is a 30-minute. So on this, it looks nice, like a nice rally and then bull flag, but in reality, this was pretty much untradeable. Broke the green, which is what we're waiting for, because we were wedging this just tight little wedge the last couple days. And this was untradeable. But this was the break. This one or this one was what we're waiting for. Happened and immediately came up to here literally in 30 seconds. So that whole move was done because that was the profit target for this. It did continue to go up and break the green, but lacked continuation once there wasn't catalyst, so just grinded. Another awful day, honestly, for trading. Yeah, like days today, you can see it in hindsight, of course, like, okay, there's a trade there, but there's so many trades that aren't there that in the moment you're seeing. So that's where it's tricky. Got gray here for the bullish controlled selling. I think I adjusted a little bit. Yeah, this is a little different angle, I think, up there. I didn't have, I guess there was precision selling there. I didn't even chart that. I had this gold for the precision buying. I didn't have anything much steeper. Didn't see any need. I mean, it did close the cup here and then made a little handle and retested gray, but it's not a great trade. Like, this is an ugly handle. It's not really any structure there, and your upside is just to this bit right here is purple. So that's the only way you could have caught that candle if you were trying to get calls on the retest on that gray with a take profit of up here. And then, so yeah, to have exposure to that is what I'm saying. Now, once this went, you could have chased it. It did kind of do a little pullback, but it's just quick little in and out scalp, and it's pretty much a gamble. So after that, I charted this red, and I didn't chart the gold, I don't think, until, yeah, a little later here. And I had this more like that, actually. First trade was at 11:03, so it took a long time to take that first trade. After this happened, it was like, all right, well, it's got to just build liquidity and chill for a while now. This was the whole move we were looking for, and that was it. So, let's see here. 11:03, I got a put. This was for a retracement, a zombie. Sorry about that. Retracement, zombie. Yeah. Hadn't completed the cup yet from that high. And I had, I think I was drawn a little bit different then. Oh yeah, I had, oh, can't remember. I had something else charted there that is not there anymore. Anyways, tight little stop here. 11:03 to 56 cents to 50 cents. 11:03 to 11:05. Yep. Then it came down a little bit, and they were in the grind. Started buying up in this tapering green, and this was all outside of the blue now, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, this was all up here. So bullish, but doesn't mean it's gonna just buy up in that steep green. And that's where we get this kind of tapering green. Next one for me was at 11:08 and 11:10. I bought puts, both those. So jumped in again once we had an engulfing candle. 11:08, and then got another one on this one. Yeah, I think I had this one charted up here like this. Yep, so I think I used that for my risk. Closed out one at 11.14 on this candle. And then at 11.15 I bought another one. Oh, because it broke that. Yeah, okay. This one I actually closed out when it was up here. Then it broke below it, closed, and then on this candle I bought another one since it closed below this gold. Still looking for a retracement. Yeah, that's why I opened up another one on that 11.15 candle. Closing both out 11.20. Right here. It was just, it broke this red, which is kind of what I was using. Just kind of hanging out here a little bit, but I was like, I gotta get out of this. So it's just small little moves here, small losses. 54 cents, 53 cents for my buys. Sold one for 54. Bought again for 59, then sold them both for 50. So it added up a little bit in the end, but it was pretty small, pretty minor. Yeah. And this was late. Like I hadn't taken any trades for a long time, which was good. There really wasn't good setups that I saw that I wanted at least. 12:15, whole hour passed, and I bought one call. Let's see, 12:15. Oh yeah, so I charted this green from these resistances right here, looking for a tapering also. So chart it from those greens, and then from here. And this is after it made its kind of, I don't know, was this a cup close? There was a wick up here. This to me was a cup close. Didn't have this gray yet. But it came down and bounced here. And then, let's see, 12:15, 12:14 actually got in. So it's a small structure, but we do have a little inverse head and shoulder here. And then if it was just going to buy up in the tapering channel, which is not uncommon, I could just trade the channel. And that's basically what this trade was. So I got in a call right here with green being my stop. What was it? 14? Yeah, right there. Wasn't right on it. Wasn't the best entry, but
actually meant something. What are you babbling about?
Yeah, right here. Got a call there. Green being my stop. Again, small structure. So, I mean, best case scenario, we get the top of that green channel and I can close there. But at this point, I was looking for calls just because we're above the blue on the 30-minute. And then we're still in this green buying. And so I'm looking for entries, even if it's shallow. It was looking like it could be one of those days that just grinds up and it's just a time in which you want to hold calls for as long as you can. So I was just trying to get some exposure to that. And then we had little volatile candles to the upside here, which was nice. This was at, let's see. Yeah, I actually put a limit order to buy another one, but it never filled. Or no, I guess it's not showing that. I thought about getting another one. No, I didn't. It was a later trade. Never mind. So I just got one here. One on that. Came up. I think I sold it on this candle right here. Yep. 12.19. So 39 cents to 55. Pretty good percentage wise. I mean, would I scale up on that? I shouldn't. No, I mean, no, I shouldn't. Because it's real shallow structure. It's midday. I'm buying it literally in the liquidity. That's just because I have a clear stop here. But on this one, would have been a better entry, but I hadn't charted at that point. And even this is very shallow. So I got fortunate with that one. Got out right there at 12.19. Got out because nice big candles started to show some just some weakness, and that was enough for me to get out. Next one, 253. So sat through all of this and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because this is bullish controlled, or sorry, bearish controlled buying right here. But this is just building liquidity regardless, because each time you can see it's also bullish controlled with these. So that is a wedge. That is equilibrium that is a happy price for the bulls and the bears until it breaks. So I wasn't in anywhere there. Considered trying to trade it, but yeah, I mean, upside would be more ideal, but for that to happen more ideally, you'd have a nice volatile red candles to retest something for an inverse head before it grabbed that shoulder, but never really did that. And conversely, nice head to grab this shoulder to come down, but neither were the case. So 253, I bought, let's see, I bought 2 of them. I bought 2 calls. Yeah, this is for pretty ugly structure, but I had gold to manage it, and I thought this might be nice engulfing candles here. I think I had charted that gold by then, so just to basically bounce on gold. I'm pretty late on it, of course, but with this lighter gold to manage it, I thought I'd get calls in case we would retest the top of that gold and potentially keep going, of course. Sold those at 258, so right here. They were pretty far out of the money. I was trying to get pretty cheap ones, pretty far out of the money, and so they didn't really lose a whole lot of value. These were 755s. So yeah, I mean, it's not that far out of the money, but IV was low enough that these were cheap. So it was 21 cents to 20 cents, so it was basically break even stop on it. And then I stepped away, or no, let's see, one more. Put at 3 o'clock, sold at 302. Yeah, right here. So breaking that gold, that bronze that I charted. I was looking for retracement, inverse cup, again, inverse head, something. But bounced back out of there, closed it out, and flipped to calls actually. A little aggressive. Yeah. But seeing the engulfing candle, it has been selling in this bullish controlled selling. This isn't great structure. I mean, this whole thing you could say is the head, and this is the shoulder, and this is it grabbing it. You can kind of see, yeah, you can kind of see my thought there. Oftentimes, I can kind of pinpoint the inflection zones, and I just have the direction wrong because I'm a little bit off. So instead of a breakout, it's actually just bounce. And that was kind of my thinking on this. Yeah. Where we at? 3 o'clock bought a call. Sorry, 302 bought a call. Oh, that was only 18 cents at that point. Sold it at 308. So yeah, these were far enough out of the money. They were very cheap. Sold it right here once it broke the gold. So I was using gold to manage. It's like, I'll just hold it in this gold. If it breaks it, I'll get out. And then I stepped away, I think. Yeah, I might have done my workout then. Came back, or no, I just stepped away. It broke this gray that I was kind of waiting for, but this wasn't great structure. And I came back literally on this red candle. I'm like, all right, I'll jump in. I'll use gold, and even though I didn't like the structure very much, yeah, it had been. It's great. It did look legit. Resistance, support. Same thing here. So I took it on that one, which was a nice trade. 326. This is the one I tried to get another one on, but it didn't fill me. So got a 755 call for 19 cents. Sold it for 30 cents at 330. Oh, 326. Yeah, right here. Sold it on this candle. So high of day. I actually top tick this thing right here. It's too bad I didn't hold it longer, but yeah. I mean, because I did have gold, and I thought about just, if I had gotten the other one filled, I would have held the other one for that gold break. So that would have, it actually was like the same price. If I'd waited for this thing to close down here, this was also 30 cents, and I got 30 cents on it right here. So realistically, I probably gotten about the same fill if I'd waited. So got a nice fill on that one. And yeah, this one maybe size up a little bit for, since it's ugly structure. There's some kind of structure there. Do have a little increase in volume. I don't know. This is like one of the only good trades other than that other one. The other one back here, but with the accuracy being pretty low, it's hard to pick and choose what to size up on. So trying to be mindful on what setups are producing more the size on those. So yeah, because this one was 50. One of them was 50%. This one? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this was 19 cents to 30. Gave back a little bit, 338. Call. Okay, that was for a break on this gold. Looking for it to buy up in this gold or bronze, and then I sold on that candle, I think. Yeah, 338 to 340, 43 cents to 36. Gave back a little too much. 340 to 346. I bought puts, break even stop. I just flipped into puts right there. The problem is they were too far out of the money to make any money. I was looking for a move down to here. Because these were 754 strike. So this was, yeah. So if I had a higher strike, but I really didn't feel like trying to manage that. This was just a false break, big engulfing candle. I'm gonna jump in, look for a move back to the bottom of the wedge, which it didn't even make it. So this was a break-even stop somewhere in here, and end up just chopping it out. Here are the trades. So yeah, here's like the 50%er. Here's the 39 cents to 55 cents. There were a couple like good trades in there. It's just knowing when not to trade, and then knowing when to size, I guess. If I just, yeah, kind of tricky. I guess missing this was fine. In hindsight, this looks great, but I didn't have this charted like this. Wasn't this nice? Otherwise, of course, calls here would be great on that retest, and of course that green wouldn't be there. At the very least, breaking this red, could have gotten calls here. Other than that, I feel like I pretty much squeezed as much as I could. I wasn't really around for this, but I guess I could have gotten calls on that break. But this is just very wedgy. A lot of liquidity here. So today, better than yesterday. Small red day, $4, minus $4. Happy with that. I need to be more disciplined. Past few days haven't been big reds just because lack of discipline, really, for the most part. It's just been my sizing. They've been pretty bad days for trading, and I've just had too big a size. And then Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it was, I just was very unlucky with 2 candles on big trades that went against me. So we'll see how it ends out tomorrow. This week's been pretty awful though so far. Gonna try and stay disciplined tomorrow. Sub up, like up, comment down, have a nice 6 round. See you tomorrow. Peace out.